Wait for it. There it is. Hi, everybody! Welcome to the game room. My name is Lukethedm, and it's my job to kill everybody. Welcome back. We've missed you. It has been a while, and it's good to be back. Thank you for putting up with us as we figure out our lives and get shit together and bring you awesome Dungeons & Dragons content. We've got a awesome beginner tier mission for this evening, featuring a first-time player. So I'd like everybody to go ahead and give a warm welcome to Kyle here. Kyle, welcome. Thank you for joining us. So happy to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Kyle, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself. How long have you been playing D&D, and how did you find the game room?
I've been playing for a couple months, and I found the game room through one of its other members on the Griffin's website.
Oh, cool, cool.
Local games shop.
Nice. Very cool. Well, we're very happy to have you, and we hope you enjoy your time here, and we're excited to get rolling. But before we do roll some dice and kill some things and have some fun tonight, we've got some stuff to talk about. Just to keep you guys updated with the goings-on in the game room and such. And to start, if you guys don't mind, I kind of want to... I want to get a little serious for a minute, which we don't often do. This is a pretty fun, silly place. But, I guess, I want to preface tonight's game by saying that I came up with the concept for this mission maybe about 4 weeks ago. And, with recent events in the real world, I figure, I want to take this opportunity to just kind of talk about things and make sure that everyone's cool and that, you know, I don't want to call this a trigger warning, but I want to just, we have a platform, we might as well use it. In general, I'd say across the board, the game room has taken, we've elected as a staff and as a community to take a pretty, I'd say, non-political stance on things. This is a fun, safe space. We kind of come here to escape. We don't want to think about the problems of the real world. We want to just goof off and play video games and have fun. But I think, unfortunately, some things go a little bit beyond politics. And unfortunately, we no longer have the luxury of ignoring those things. And so I think, just as a general broad sweetment, I know we posted an announcement in the Discord, but we just want to make people aware that are watching, whether it's on Twitch, on YouTube, people hanging out in the Discord, that we absolutely advocate for your own personal bodily autonomy and your own human right to choose what you do or don't do with your body. And we just want to be an open, safe space. If anyone has a hard time with current events, please lean on us. We're an awesome, supportive group. I know people in TGR have helped me through some of the darkest times in my life, and I guess, you know, just know that there's people to talk to. There's help out there. There's a lot of people that, you know, are in the same boat. We're all in this together, and hopefully we can all make it through to brighter days. I won't get too much more into it, but that's all I'm going to say. So thank you guys for being amazing, and we really, you know, want to continue to strive to be amazing. Anyway, okay, enough of the... That's all I'm going to say about sad real-world stuff. Let's have some fun tonight. Announcements as far as the game room stuff goes, just to kind of rattle through this, and we'll get started as soon as possible, I promise. As always, D&D is Thursday nights. We are always recruiting new players. The more BT players we have, the better, honestly, in my opinion. So if you have friends, if you have coworkers, if you have family members, by all means, sling them that Discord invite. If you are watching on Twitch and lurking, I know there's a lot of lurkers out there, ! Join to get involved. We accept players of any experience level. If you've been playing for a week or if you've been playing for 20 years, does not matter to us. We will get you set up, ready to rock and roll with your own character, and teach you all the rules and stuff, and it'll be a good time. We are trying to stream at least one other night a week. Usually it's Monday nights. We'll just kind of go with the flow, whatever people are playing. We're doing a lot of Diablo Immortal recently, but if people have other ideas for other fun games that, we can all play as a group, by all means, tag us in the Discord, shoot us ideas. We are more than happy to custom tailor the content to whatever people are feeling. It's all about having fun, playing games, and being a good group of people. So that's the goal here. We do have some sponsor links or affiliate links, I suppose. We do have the Reaper Minis link there. If you'd like to check that out, lots of good, affordably priced, high quality minis, paints, things of that nature for all your tabletop gaming needs. We also have a link for Inked Gaming. You can get custom made mouse pads, tapestries, t-shirts, face masks, whatever you want. I got this cool mouse pad with my logo right there. Pretty dope. Definitely check them out. We've got our own Etsy shop with all of your TGR and TAC merchandise there. Thanks to Mr. Weewoo getting that up and running. Lots of really cool stuff in there. I actually haven't been... I've been so busy. I haven't gotten around to actually looking at that yet, but I will definitely buy some stuff and flex it on stream because it's dope. Really cool stuff, and we feature a lot of art done by our community members, and just, I want people spending their money to know where it's going. We do give 50% of the profits to those artists if we do feature their art, so just know that you're not only supporting this community, but also the amazing artists within it, because that's a pretty cool thing that we decided to do. I think that's all I've got. We don't have anything super big scheduled, but we are getting back in... What's up? Dingus has an announcement. Oh my good golly gosh, what's your announcement? I'm being announced.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you play Minecraft and you like causing chaos and other shenanigans, we have a realm that's open. If you go into our !Discord, there's a link to how you can join the realm in there, or you could DM me and I'll help you through the process and help you get off the spawn into our beautiful camp. So join our Minecraft realm.
That's awesome. That's going to be so fun. I look forward to the pandemonium that is sure to come out of a TGR Minecraft server. That's going to be great. That's awesome. Alrighty.
Just want to make a quick little flex and say I've subscribed for 35 months straight. Just saying.
That's a lot of months. That's a lot of months. I missed that. Thank you, Kraken. 35 months. That's a lot of months. That's almost 4 years. That's true. You were the first. You never forget your first.
I try.
Crazy?
Oh boy.
Oh god. Anyway, I think that's all we've got for announcements, unless Weewoo or anybody else has any other last minute quick little things. If not, we're gonna go ahead and dive right into tonight's mission. Sweet. Our story tonight begins, as they always do, in the beautiful free city of Cadoria, on a lonely peninsula to the north of the Midnight Sea, and there on the prime central thoroughway drag, known as Yvandra's Alley, right where it turns right into the south onto Melora's Way, in that central town square, known as Ava's Piazza, sits a beautiful 3-story mansion that now serves as the Tealeaf Adventuring Company Guild Hall. This intro is on a shirt. That's right. I have to get that. And with recent events, Cadoria has actually found itself in a bit of turmoil. A nefarious group of extremists and shadow magic practitioners known as the Daiban Order have sort of thrown a coup and taken over the city, plunging it into this prolonged darkness of night and bewitching the civilians of the city against the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, essentially forcing our poor guild members to barricade within the guild hall itself, with physical and magical defenses. There are ways of getting through, but it is dangerous to be alone on the streets. And so who is writing on my screen? okay. Our story opens up tonight with a tabaxi individual, this sort of cat-like, lithe, stealthy individual by the name of Rainera, seeking out the Tealeaf Adventuring Company out of desperation, out of help, and looking just for shelter, food, and perhaps a place to work. And though it's been difficult, you've managed to find this place that you've heard of through whispers, and you've found a bit of welcoming hospitality here so far. As you all sit around, quite frankly, there's a strange mixture of anxiety and extreme boredom amongst the guild hall these days, as kind of being cooped up, getting a little stir crazy, has got certain guild members feeling some kind of way. Contracts coming into the Tealeaf Adventuring Company have obviously come to a screeching halt, as the common folk have no way of really communicating the staff here. And the one individual that maybe could turn this around or, solve this problem with the snap of her fingers is off in a distant desert trying to put an end to another political nightmare. And so it comes down to the kids of the family to run things. You guys, throughout the last couple of weeks, would have seen Selena and Amnesty, these two staff members, Selena being a short halfling woman that always has this massive Snow White direwolf following her around, and Amnesty, this goofy, lovable tiefling with sort of like deep crimson skin, bright golden eyes, shaggy black hair, running around trying their best to keep things from falling apart and trying to keep spirits up as well. So we will open up tonight, I suppose, with you all. So whoever would like to start, what have your characters been up to the last few weeks as this crazy, chaotic New World Order has taken over Kadoria?
So Mr. Vordon is still angry ever since he came back from the scary place.
Sure.
And he's still kind of mad at his friend Harper. He's finally come out of his room and joined the others at the bar because sitting in his room all day was just making him even more sad. So he's just sitting at the bar, reading books again, and still trying to figure out how he's going to eventually destroy the church.
Okay. Sounds healthy. I like it. Good personal growth. Anybody else?
Gordy, for the most part, has been either up in a tree or fallen asleep under one of the couches in the lounge hall
Nice.
for the majority of these weeks. Kind of blissfully ignorant of what all has been going on, just kind of happy to be finally resting in an area instead of locked in a cage.
Sure.
But starting to pick up on the turmoil bit by bit.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cool.
is seeing if Ted is willing to whip him up a drink.
Ted, the demon bartender, stands there just polishing a glass and just kind of blatantly staring at the tiny little halfling sitting at his bar. There's
How
a
you doing,
wordless.
Good to see you.
Gives you a nod.
Want to set me up with something special?
He nods, turns around, and starts grabbing with his forearms a very unsettling blend of different types of liqueurs and creams and citrus juices, and what ends up out of the production and quick mixing of these liquids is this like curdled, kind of gelled, rancid, sour bit of mystery liquid that he puts a cherry on top and slides across the bar to you.
Could I get a spoon as well?
He just reaches into a drawer, grabs a handful of silverware, and just tosses it across the bar. Ping, 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 middle scattering over everywhere. Forks and knives, and there's one spoon. You get lucky.
Gordy happily picks up the spoon and starts kind of stirring it around, trying to get away with the curdles.
Good luck with that. All right. Anybody else? What is anybody else doing?
I don't be shadow boxed a little bit in the distance.
Okay. Trying to stay active, trying to stay fit.
Maybe smash a few plants to see how that warhammer works and changes
there you
me.
go. Nice. Very cool. Anybody else?
Luke, it's been so long since I played, I don't even know what's going on.
It's all right. Arbit is a little clueless. It's all good.
I was like, oh, well, I'll just say I went away for a little while. And then you're like, oh, riots. I was like, yeah, I guess he didn't go away for a while.
Nope. It's all good. And Rainera, the newcomer. So what you would see as you enter the guild hall, there's this like very open, spacious lounge. On your left is sort of like a long, like banquet table, kind of think like Hogwarts, with all sorts of foods you can think of, and just like magically floating plates and silverware and drinks, just kind of serving at your whim. To the right is this roaring fireplace with like coffee tables and sofas and these like upside down like turtle shell like papasan chairs, all very cozy. There's a staircase that leads up to sort of the private dormitories, and then at the far corner, next to a lot of the offices, is this like semicircular desk that is currently empty.
Okay. I'm gonna go straight for the food,
Sure.
as I've been a bit deprived, and I'm going to put everything I can on my plate and just guzzle.
All right, just start chowing down, and it's surprisingly good. It is aromatic and refreshing and rejuvenating, and you're just eating your fill here of anything your heart desires. As you're chowing down, one of the office doors does open, and you see stepping out are two individuals. One, some of you would recognize as Selena, the short halfling woman. She's got like platinum blonde hair tied in a very tight braid that kind of drapes down over her shoulder. At her side is this massive winter white dire wolf, kind of almost like her shadow. And behind her, holding a book, sort of as she enters, you sense like the lights in the room almost like unnaturally dim ever so slightly as to draw your attention, and you see this very tall, lithe, gaunt, pale woman covered in scars with long raven black hair, actually wearing a fairly modest, kind of old-fashioned looking dress. As she walks, she kind of flips through a page. Some of you would recognize this woman as Gloria. And Selena kind of walks in, takes a seat at the bar next to Gordy, kind of gives you a nod, goes, I wouldn't drink that. Hey, you, have you seen anybody else around? I know people were kind of like sleeping, hiding. I need some help. I've been so fucking busy here. I need like five dudes. Gloria here's got an announcement, I guess. I'm tired.
I'm a dude.
Yeah, cool, perfect. You, big guy, Mr. Hands there. Fuck me, I'm sorry. I'm so frazzled. Ferdinand, scars. Yeah.
What's up?
We need a little muscle for this particular job. It's like company business. If
Say no more. I'm ready to break a skull.
All right. Perfect.
At this point, you hear a loud thud.
What the fuck is that?
He works fast.
All right. I guess we'll take the frog guy. Vordon, stop reading. Vordon, stop fucking reading for just a minute. Listen to your boss. I have a job for you. Shit. New guy. This is perfect. This is real simple, just taking care of business, kind of earning your keep. Just a real simple job. And it'll be good to kind of get some experience under your belt. What do you say? I'm Selena, by the way. This is Gloria, and Gloria kind of looks up from her book and kind of just gives a polite nod.
I would love to get in some work. Thank you for
Perfect.
the opportunity.
I don't mean to be rude. I'm sorry. We're just keeping up with this nightmare outside is exhausting. But guys, we have some exciting news that Gloria here is I'll just let her. She pulls out a flask and kind of just starts taking a swig, and Gloria kind of looks up from her book at the third mention of her name and kind of
Book?
Yes, actually, I've been doing some reading. It is quite tiring waiting on the dwarf to finish the plans for the Weapon of Light, so I've been entertaining my mind and catching up on local history. And in my curious studies, I've uncovered a interesting bit of history regarding the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, and I'm not sure that even the current owners are quite aware, so I figured I would share this information so that we could all investigate.
Oops, my bad, guys.
It's all good.
I made the thud and the whole computer went, nope, that's on you.
It's all good. Does anyone here know what the previous occupant of the Tealeaf Adventuring Company did here? It's quite interesting. No, I did not think so. Well, it says here in this I guess some sort of historical account. This building was previously owned under the title of the Pink Lotus, and it seemed to be a house of women of the night. How you say, a brothel of sorts, a whorehouse, if you will. Yes, it was apparently quite lucrative. There's many a positive review. She kind of like opens the page and it's all gibberish to you guys, but and what is interesting to me as I read this, there appears to be mention of a secret passageway leading from the Pink Lotus out to a nearby safe house, where clients who wish to remain unseen could enter and leave through this means. I, since being here the last few months, have heard no such mention of a secret passage, so I have begun to do some exploring, and down in one of the wine cellars I managed to find a trapdoor, which I believe might be this secret passage that this text references. Given the current circumstances and given the urgency of other things going on, I believe it would be in our mutual best interest if we could perhaps investigate this secret tunnel, see where it leads, and clear out any creepy crawlies that might have made their home in there in the last 200 some odd years before the Tealeaf Adventuring Company.
I have a question.
Yes, Vordon.
To get to the tunnel, is there a door?
There's like a trap door. Yes, you have to go down.
I'm on my way.
Well, Selena kind of goes, right, okay, so listen, guys, we don't know anything about this tunnel. I don't know when the last time it was opened was. I mean, all sorts of monsters and creepy crawlies could have just found their way and made like a nest down there. If you guys don't mind, just scope it out, see where it leads. It could be useful. We could get people in and out of here without, drawing attention to the frickin' angry mob outside. This could be good for us. Try to get more work and supplies in and out of here. What do you guys say? Any questions? Any ideas? Any thoughts?
So we're cleaning out the basement of an old whorehouse.
That's right.
Might find a few souvenirs.
I heard Penny raid.
No, Arbit. It's not like that. We must be consummate professionals.
What are we consummating?
No, not constipation. Professionals.
Yes. Let's do that. Sorry.
Listen, guys, just get the shit done. Go down there, clear it out, make sure it's safe, figure out where it leads to, and if we can use it, great. We'll scrounge together some money for you guys, and it'll all be good. Just don't do anything stupid, and if you find anything weird, just report back, and it'll all be good. Gloria kind of speaks up and. Very well. Shall I lead this group of heroes to the trap door then? And Selena goes, yeah, if you guys need any time to get your shit together, whatever, now's your chance before we go. So this is the Dungeon Master telling you, metagaming. If you guys would like to spend gold on any supplies, healing potions, things of that nature, now is your chance to do so.
How many potions can we have again?
So, you can have up to 4 healing potions on you, but only one of them can be a greater healing potion. So normal healing potions are going to cost you 50 gold a pop. Those are going to heal you 2d4 plus 2. And a greater healing potion is going to be 250, but that's going to heal you 44 plus 4.
Did you say we could have 4?
You could have up to 4, correct.
Okay. I'll buy 2 of those, and then I'll buy 1 for Rainera. Or yeah, I might have butchered that, I'm going to be honest.
Okay, cool.
Thank you.
Yep, so you can go ahead and add that to your inventory on your sheet. It'll be like the bottom center. You can just click the little plus sign and just type in health potion.
Is there a expiration date on these potions?
Theoretically, no.
Sweet. Then I'm all set.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and buy 2 as well.
Okay, go ahead and mark that down. And just so you guys know, the gold in this game has always and hopefully will always just be sort of an honor system. I trust you guys are keeping track of your potions, marking things down. I'm not a authoritarian dictator keeping track of every little last thing. With 30 players, 30 character sheets, there's no way. So please just be honest, keep it fun. You know, if I even start to question it, it's just not a good thing. So, I trust you guys. So go ahead and mark down your gold, add your healing potions, all that fun stuff. Anything else anyone would like to do or say or role play before we go ahead and jump right into it?
We can buy. Sorry, just a quick mechanical question.
That's all good.
In the Roll20 app, like under the notes and everything.
Yep.
Is it shops and stores and the stuff from the general store supplies that we can buy from, or?
Yep, so there's the general stores, there's the blacksmith armory, all of that stuff is available to you at those prices listed. There's also the magic item shop, which is the next folder down. If you have a little bit more gold, you can buy some fancier stuff there. All that's up for grabs.
Okay.
I probably should have messaged you before I ran the game. Can I use my Warhammer to like smash a plant in the garden to absorb its bio?
So unfortunately not, because the plant wouldn't be considered a creature.
Gotcha. Okay, creature. Gotcha.
Yeah, it has to be considered a creature of the plant type. So it'd be like some monster sort of thing.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. Not getting one that easy just yet.
Worth a shot.
Worth a shot. Hey, the worst I can say is no, right?
Exactly.
Alrighty. As our heroes gotta get their things in order and get themselves assembled. You all meet Gloria standing at the entrance to the wine cellars. This is a place where most guild members actually don't get frequent access to, but it is quite a cool and dry, spacious wine cellar here. And you can see before the Tealeafs got involved in the adventuring business, they were quite lucrative vintners. All sorts of casks and bottles and giant barrels of various types of wines, primarily dominated by Red Dragonberry Crush, their sort of signature standout vintage. You all walk down following Gloria into this cellar space here, and there's this like sort of like fruity, rich, slightly spicy aroma that sort of permeates the space and kind of has this like warm sort of Christmas feeling. Just makes you feel a little bit more cozy. But Gloria, seemingly unaffected by that sort of warm, cozy feeling, walks over to a corner, sort of slides this old dusty barrel aside, and kind of like with her feet kicks up a latch, and then there is a trapdoor there with a just from the look of this, as you guys approach, you can tell that this thing has been ignored and unopened for decades. And Gloria kind of unceremoniously just shoves the barrel aside, which you kind of get a weird glimpse of just like, and that was a full like 50-gallon barrel of wine that she just like effortlessly shoved aside, like looking more of like an annoyance. You get the sense that Gloria's packing some muscle. She kind of gestures unceremoniously to the trapdoor. Vordon, I believe this is the part that you specialize in.
Thank you, Gloria. I'd like to say your arms are looking very thick these days. In a good way.
She just stares at you, like doesn't say anything.
All right, I'll open the doors. Gentlemen, here we go. And Vordon's gonna heave the trapdoor, and it's gonna budge a little bit, but not all the way.
It's locked. It's locked.
It's locked. I don't know what to do now.
Unlock it.
Give me the key.
If you see a door, just keep hitting it harder. It will break eventually.
Does anyone have the key?
Don't you have that big old thing? Is that on your back?
That's I totally forgot. I have this.
Give it a little.
I'm gonna use I'm gonna bonus action and convert the keyblade into its disguise form, which is the unassuming key, and I'm gonna try the unassuming key.
So the unassuming key does not open it, but you know with a little bit of magic you can sort of cast that spell to unlock any lock if you'd like. With the knock spell.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna use the knock spell then.
Alright, so as you turn the key, you all hear this thunderous boom, sounding like some sort of like siege weapon just rammed into the side of this trapdoor. You all kind of like hear that like tinnitus ringing in your ear like a grenade went off in the room, kind of standing there slightly dazed. But the lock flips open and the trapdoor kind of creaks open with minimal effort.
Gentlemen, I did it! Ferdinand, you go first.
My pleasure. And
Alrighty, it is quite dark down here as you look. So those of you without dark vision might be... I think actually almost everybody here has dark vision. I think there's only one. There's only one.
I do not.
Yeah.
I refuse to have dark
imagine not
vision.
having dark vision.
So, what is the order in which the party descends down the ladder? So Ferdinand's going first.
How long, like, tall is the ladder, I guess?
It's maybe a good like 15 feet down or so. It's not crazy far. Like a
I'm just
story
gonna
down.
jump.
Okay.
Arbit's gonna go third. I demand it.
Arbit will go. Okay. Who's going second?
I'll go second.
I'd
Okay,
also
Gordy.
take out a torch when I get to the ground.
Okay.
I want to go last.
Okay.
Yeah, that's smart.
Rainera will bring up the rear. Okay. Let me spark up a torch for you here. Alrighty, and I'm gonna bring you guys over to the next map. So it should be pretty dark. You guys are over here on the left-hand side. Let me know if anybody has any vision trouble.
No, I'm seeing it.
Okay, beautiful. Alrighty, so in the flicker of the firelight from Ferdinand's torch, you see this dank, musty tunnel that seems to be it seems like elements of it are sort of this natural kind of snaking pathway, but then you see evidence of like some man-made kind of manufactured like smooth straight line walls and such as well. So you gather that someone probably discovered this underneath Kadoria and then kind of made it work for them as sort of this secret escape tunnel.
Okay, cool.
I need we'll say Ferdinand and Gordy to make me perception checks, as you guys are kind of the first one down there. Getting the first
Or
First
you
rolls
guys
of the
see
night.
down there.
Nothing.
Oh boy, it's very
Alright.
kind of dark past there.
Gordy, as you're looking around, and especially being lower to the ground than Ferdinand,
Yeah.
you would notice that the entire floor and like lower part of the walls down here seems to be covered with just like the thinnest layer of like cobwebs.
Ugh.
Ew.
Hey,
Why?
no one's afraid of spiders, right?
No, I ate them.
Oh, you're good. You're gonna have a feast down here.
Fuck yes.
Alrighty. And as this is sort of an exploration-based thing, I would like everyone to please click on their token and then roll initiative for me.
Zippity-doo-dah.
How am I still learning this?
I have zippity doodah stuck in my head, and I don't fucking know why.
As I just said it.
I hate you.
Alrighty, so everybody's in. Nice initiative rolls, guys. Put that in descending order. So we're not technically in combat yet. So I will say, if you guys just kind of want to pass or, just move or whatever, don't feel like you're in a combat scenario just yet, but we are going to do this in order of initiative. So, at the top of initiative, we have Arbit.
Yes, I'm just gonna keep walking forward. La-da-dee, la-da-doo, la-da-da.
Arbit, as you excuse me.
Yeah.
Oh, that went down the wrong pipe. As you move up and through the combination of your dark vision and the firelight, you see something kind of skitter off in the distance. Just a little bit of movement in the corner of your eye.
Oh, we found lunch. Dinner? I don't know. Ted doesn't feed me.
Alrighty, anything else for Arbit?
It's been a while. Give me 1 second.
Sure.
Luke, I have to take this phone call real quick. Just if you go over me, just if you can.
I'll keep you up on
I'm
page.
just gonna dash.
Okay.
Oh God! Ah!
As you dash, Arbit, you come into contact with a multitude of various delicacies in your people's culture. But the problem is with food is that when it wants to eat you first, sometimes there's a problem. So these monsters are going to join the initiative.
I think they're over here.
Is he okay?
Gonna find out.
I can hardly ever understand what he's saying.
Mhm.
This is in character, by the way. I know what you're talking about.
Alrighty. So after Arbit.
Ribbit twice if you're in danger. Ribbit once if you're okay.
These two
Oh fuck! Oh fuck! Oh fuck!
creepy crawlies are gonna spring out of the shadows, walking up to you, and they're each going to make an attack on you. Arbit.
Yeah, I don't like it.
The first one is going to be an 18 to hit.
Yeah, probably hits me. Yep.
That's going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And then, are you immune to poison straight out?
I am straight up immune.
Okay, so you take 7 points of piercing damage. The other one's going to try to bite. That's going to be an 11 to hit, which is going to miss.
Yep.
Alrighty. That'll bring us to Rainera. So, Rainera, you see this little frog-like companion of yours run through, start screaming and ribboning off in the distance. What would you like to do?
Can I see the monsters?
Currently, right now, you're unable to see them. You're kind of around the corner a little bit. You just came down the ladder last at this point.
Then I'm just gonna move forward.
Okie dokie, so you can go ahead and click your token. I believe your movement speed's 30 feet, so that's going to be 6 squares there. You can kind of move along wherever you'd like. You can actually click and drag or use the arrow keys to move, whichever you prefer.
Can't. It's my person and my token is behind the turn order.
So you can actually, I think, click and drag that turn order if you'd like and put that wherever you'd like.
Okay, now it's behind something that says Ferdinand scars on it.
If you right-click, you can also kind of pan around a bit. Like right-click and drag.
On the left side, you also have magnifying glass. You can just zoom out also.
Alternatively, you can kind of describe where you'd like to go, and I can just move for you for now. It's up to you. You just want to keep moving until you can...
trying to... Figured it. So, how many squares did you say?
Up to 6.
I'm just gonna move right here behind them.
Okay, kind of keeping pace. Alrighty. Sounds good. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that's it.
Okay, perfect. That will bring us to Vordon. So Vordon, you kind of hear the same thing. You saw Arbit kind of spring forward, looking for lunch, and then heard a bunch of panicked, screaming, ribbiting.
Does anyone know if our good friend Arbit is okay?
He
No.
orbited twice. That was a sign of danger.
Well, I think I'll try to go help him. Move to here. And then... I'm gonna bonus action dash for the rest of my movement to right here.
Okay. Alrighty, and Vordon, you've got a pretty good view of what's going on here. You can kind of see through some of the cracks in the wall right here. This massive spider there. You don't really think you have a clear shot on that one, but down here you can see the 2 smaller ones kind of swarming on Arbit.
Alright, well, I'm going to use the key gun of Loon.
Okay.
Oh no, I can't. Because that's gotta be a bonus action.
Oh, because it's still in the unassuming key form. You're right.
Yes. Let's
Okay.
see. All right. So I'm just gonna use the short bow for now.
Okay.
Would it be sneak?
Technically, because you have an adjacent ally, yes, this would be sneak.
All right. I'm going to attack this one.
Alrighty, go for it. A 16 is going to be a nice solid hit for 6 points of piercing, and finding that weak spot with your opportune strikes, the extra 10 points of sneak attack damage for 16 total is going to just put that baby right to bed.
Thank you!
Oh, welcome, Mr. Ribbit! That'll end my turn.
Alrighty, excellent. That's going to bring us to the big one here. So the big one kind of like hears the noise and kind of descends from its web, and with this like creepy speed and like unnatural sort of like flexibility, it's actually going to like pull itself through this little crack in the wall here and end up right here. And like the way those like hunter trap spiders kind of like pull themselves out of it. Ugh. But the giant spider is going to make a series of attacks on you, Vordon. It's going to go for a bite attack. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
I have 14 AC.
Alright, so the tie is going to hit. That's going to be 7 points of piercing damage. And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Alright, and 11 is a success. So you're going to take half damage. So instead of 13, you're going to take 6 points of poison damage. It's going to be a total of 7 plus 6 is 13 points of damage this turn.
Hey.
Alrighty, excellent. That is going to bring us to Gordy.
So Gordy, kind of squinting past all the torchlight that Ferdinand is holding, is going to be like, that kind of looks like, oh my god, cave dinosaur. And he's gonna run up on it. Let me see if I even have the distance here.
Should just barely have it, yep.
Yeah, he's gonna run up on it, and I forgot how I did this last time. Can I try to grapple its hind leg to get on top of it?
Alright, so you want to try to, like, maneuver on top of the thing.
Yeah, essentially.
Okay, so that'll be your full action to try to do so. You can make either an athletics or acrobatics check, your choice.
Alright. I'm gonna attempt a little acrobatics.
Okay.
I am not getting on top of that thing, I think.
Yeah, so you kind of scramble and try to get up, and there's, like, a lot of legs here, and it kind of, like, kicks and shakes one of its back legs, and you, like, kind of you don't quite anticipate how jointed these legs are, and you kind of, like, slip and slide off of it, unfortunately.
Oh, God. This is nothing like the dinosaurs.
Much different anatomy.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Alrighty, that'll bring us to, last but not least, is Ferdinand. Kind of as you finish sparking the torch and kind of holding it up high, the rest of your friends have just taken off.
I'm gonna run up to the spider,
Okay.
yelling, "Welcome to the party! Try the punch, reckless attack,
Okay.
rage up, and just deck him with the warhammer."
Alright, so we'll give you that rage there as your bonus action. And with a 12, you swing, and it is quicker than you anticipated. It kind of like stretches out with some of its front legs and just leans out of the way of that strike. You hear the crack of the warhammer hit the ground. And now you're face to face with this thing. You can see those like nasty pincers kind of like clicking excitedly. You see like bits of like venom kind of dripping down from its mouth. You can see like 8 of these beady eyes all looking in different directions, kind of tracking everyone here. Anything
Right on.
else? Alright.
Nope, I think that'll do it, boss.
Beautiful. That'll bring us back to the top of the initiative is going to be Arbit.
I'm gonna give our new friend here a nice little spin kick. So a nice little unarmed strike.
Okay. 18 will do it. There you go. Nice shot. For 4 points of bludgeoning.
And is it resistant or immune to poison damage?
These guys actually are not. They'll take the poison.
Oh, well, it's con save where they're poisoned for 1 minute.
Alright. He did succeed on the con save. He got a 15.
Good enough. And that's my turn right now.
Alrighty. This little guy, after getting kicked, is going to kind of just scramble back on you. He's going to go for a bite on you. And that's going to be a 16 to hit for 2 points of piercing damage. He's going to kind of maneuver and get right there, we'll say.
A bite.
Just a little baby bite. Okay. That'll bring us to Rainera's turn.
Okay. I am gonna move just where I can see them. Would I see them here?
Yep, you got a clear line of sight. Actually, if you move up just a little bit, like 1 step to the right there, you'll have a nice clean shot on him. Perfect.
Right there?
Perfect, yep.
Okay. And then I'm gonna try to shoot them with my short bow.
Perfect. And you can go ahead and add your sneak attack damage to that. Underneath the attack, there's a little checkbox that'll say sneak attack. So you can check that off. Then, oh, wow, you got a crit. Okay, there we go. So go ahead and actually roll me 2d6 on top of that to double your sneak attack damage too.
2d6.
Yep, so if you type /R and then space 2d6 in the little chat window there, that'll roll 2d6 for you. Alright.
Did that
Hell
do
of
it?
damage. Oh, yep. So, that's 7 plus the 9 is going to be 16 points of piercing damage. You raise up, and as this thing kind of is looking around, you have a nice clear line of sight. You draw that arrow, release. It whistles right over Gordy's head, right past Ferdinand's hand, and strikes this thing straight into the eye. It kind of reels back in pain, kind of looking around, wounded and furious. You've definitely got its attention. That was a nice crit right there. It's hurting.
Cool. That's all I'm gonna do.
Nice. Alrighty. That is going to bring us to Vordon.
All right, Vordon's bleeding a little bit. It's hurt. But because he's, Vordon, he doesn't care about that because now he's angry Vordon. So I'm going to bonus action change the Keyblade back into its original function, the Keyblade of Blown.
Okay.
Back to the rapier, and I'm gonna shank this bad boy.
Alrighty, go for it. A 16 will do it, and with that little bit of sneak attack, as it's kind of reeling back, you take this moment to strike up underneath, kind of into sort of the jointed shoulders of its thorax, and with 16 points of piercing damage, you get the kill shot on that baby. Very
That's what
nice.
it gets for attacking me. And that'll be my turn.
Beautiful. The giant spider is dead, so we'll get rid of him. That'll bring us to Gordy.
Well, Gordy's just gonna kind of sit there bewildered because all of a sudden he just saw this spider fall before him. Not really sure of what happened. And I guess he'll clamber over and go, "Nice shot," to Rainera.
Thank you.
5, 10, 15. And seeing Arbit dealing with this other spider, will run up and unleash his quarterstaff and kind of take a running swing
Alright.
at this last spider.
Oh, I actually, because you're a little
Oh,
halfling.
because I'm climbing?
Oh, no, because you're a halfling, you only have 25 feet of movement, right?
No,
Or you
it's
get the
just like- I have 35 because of the level.
Because
I think.
the monk, right. Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, so go ahead.
So
Wicked fast. Okay, 22. You run up and just whack! Smack this thing real good. It kind of looks stunned and dazed, but it's still kicking.
Oh, wow.
Hardier than you thought, yeah.
These things are tough. See why people don't like them. Seeing that it's still up, gonna kind of grunt and be like, "Oh, you want it that way, do you?" And spend a key point to put out a flurry of blows on this little
All right.
spider.
So that's 2 more attacks.
2 unarmed strikes.
Go for it.
Go bop, bop. Probably covered in spider
Alright.
guts now.
Yeah. So with that first one, you just kind of just full on punt the thing with a nice soccer goalie kick, and it just kind of goes flying, and the corpse just splats against the wall, satisfyingly. Very nice.
Nice.
Anything else?
That's gonna do it.
Okay, perfect. And that'll bring us to Ferdinand.
It's dead. I will join the party. Oh, that's 30. Kind of yell out left or right.
Do we
Or
want to deal with
north and
more
south?
spiders?
Always.
Well, I suppose we are here to clean out the basement, so maybe we go north.
That works for me.
All right.
And then with
Alrighty.
the other action, I would move 30 there.
Okay. Alrighty. Action to dash. Okay. So, unfortunately, because you did not take a hostile action and no creature has attacked you, your rage is going to end at the end of your turn.
Unlucky.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think
I thought it lasted for a minute if I'm not in combat for a minute.
that's a higher level feature.
I apologize.
Actually, reading over it really quick. You have so you still have 1 round of something to attack you. So if something attacks you this round, you'll maintain it. But if nothing attacks you, you'll lose it at the start of your next turn. Okay. Okay. My bad. So you're still raging. Arbit, at the beginning of your turn, you see something kind of strange. Over here, just on the fringes of your vision, off over here, you see something kind of move, and then as quick as it's there, it disappears.
Yeah, there was a creeping up down the cloudy one.
What did you say, Arbit?
What?
There seems to be a bigger one over there. And I'm
And
gonna
it
take
is your turn.
4 steps that way,
Okay.
and yeah, I'll just make it all 7.
Okay.
Screw it, with a dash because that's me.
Okay.
And I'm going to spend a key point to use patent defense.
Okay. So kind of taking a moment, preparing yourself. I like it.
And yeah, because I am getting to the end of the room and don't see anything, so now it's just kind of wait for the sun.
Okay. I like it. That'll bring us to Rainera.
Okay. I'm just gonna join the bulk of the group a little bit more.
Okay.
Can just drag this.
You can get right up next to Vordon there if you'd like.
Wording, you said?
Yeah, so right there. Actually, perfect. That'll be 30 feet right there for you. Yep.
Okay.
And then you can, if you'd like, you can use your action to dash, which would give you another 6 squares if you're not going to attack this turn.
Sure. How do I do that?
Yeah, so you would just say, okay, and then I'm going to dash, and then you can just go ahead and move another 6 squares.
That be like over here?
Yeah, so that's 20. You could go 2 more. So you saw Arbit run this way, and you saw Ferdinand run this way. It's up to you.
I'm going down.
Alright. Cool. Alrighty, so I believe that'll be it for your turn. Unless there's anything else you want to do or say.
No, I'm good.
Okie dokie. Ferdinand, as you move up, you hear this hissing, and you see these 2 more of these smaller spiders kind of move up. They're both going to stop right about here and here, and they're both going to stop, turn around, and try to shoot you with a bit of web. So, stand by. Gotta pull up their character sheet. I have a lot of character sheets open right now. Okay. So that's just a ranged attack. They have to try to hit you. The first one's a 23.
I'm going to yes, that will hit.
Yeah. Okay. So as they both shoot, you kind of feel this like strange, stringy, webby, sticky substance kind of wrap around you like Spider-Man, and you are considered restrained. So that will net on you. You are just wrapped up. So when you're restrained, you cannot move. Your attacks are at disadvantage, and attacks against you are at advantage.
Is that a spell I did or just like a normal attack?
That's just like a normal, like natural attack.
Okay, I wasn't sure if Danger Sense would kick in. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okie dokie, so that's their turn. That'll bring us to Vordon.
Alright, alright. I'm gonna go to there to start.
Okay.
Actually, right there. I like that better.
Sure.
And then I'm going to heal myself and use a regular potion.
Alright, so that's 6 plus the 2 will be 8 points of health back to you, Vordon. You're drinking that healing potion.
God. Alright. And then just to be safe, I'm gonna bonus action and hide.
Okay.
I'm getting a little nervous.
Alright, go ahead and make a stealth check.
Okay.
Alright, so you're gonna like tuck underneath this rock over here, and I'm gonna put a little ninja there, so you are hidden. Cool.
That's my turn.
Alrighty. Arbit,
Yes.
you hear the slightest sort of strange kind of this like buzzing sound behind you, and from right behind you this creature materializes. So it would have advantage on the attack because you are considered surprised, but because you are patiently defending, it's actually going to neutralize each other. It's going to end up out as a straight roll.
Alright.
So this weird white and blue spider that just materializes right behind you is going to try to bite you. That's going to be a natural 1. You are just right there, and you kind of Bop it in the face and just kind of stays there stunned. No damage dealt, but that is a miss.
Straight up newspapering this thing in the nose.
All right, and then as it kind of does that, it looks at you and is really concerned, and out of nowhere just disappears again.
Ha! That's awkward.
All right, that'll bring us to Gordy.
All right, so kind of just following the light source. Gordy is going to. Let's see. I take it he still is holding the.
Yeah, so he's got
torch?
He's got the warhammer in one hand and the torch in the other. Yeah.
All right. So following the light, gonna kind of come up towards Ferdinand.
Okay.
Am I able to notice that he's restrained?
Yeah, he's definitely like wrapped up in webs right now.
Is there anything I could do to try to unrestrain him?
You could try to like attack the web actually and try to destroy the web around him. If you had like a knife or something to cut it, maybe.
He's got very, very untrimmed fingernails.
Hmm.
Could you use my torch that I'm having in my hand to burn the webs around?
I will
you
burn
could try
you.
that.
Yes, let's.
All right. So you, just thinking quickly, grab the torch from his hands and go ahead and make just like an unarmed attack with the web.
Unarmed strike? Or...
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So 14 is enough. You grab it and kind of hold the torch to burn off the web, which actually has vulnerability to fire damage. So that 5 will actually turn into a 10. And you actually manage to burn the web away, and he is no longer restrained.
Here you go.
And I'll say
What
at the
a
end if you're
good
trying to
lad.
kind of hand the torch back.
You're gonna miss me when I'm dead.
Alrighty. Anything else?
Nope. I'm just gonna, after handing the torch back, kind of turn and just be ready for these guys.
Okie dokie. That'll bring us to Ferdinand at the bottom of the initiative.
I'm gonna give Gordy a little fist bump right there for being a bro. And I'm still rage as long as I attack or get attacked, correct?
Yeah, so I would say because they web attacked you, that was a hostile action, so you're still raging.
Let's go!
Yeah.
We're gonna go in there. We are just gonna rage. Reckless attack. One of them.
Let's go. 22, left or right?
Left.
Okay, that's a big old splat right there for 7 points of bludgeoning damage. These things are tougher than you'd expect, so he's still kicking, but he's pretty hurt.
And then with my spell protection, I will use the torch to pierce him and burn him.
So I'd say so I know you have the Tavern Brawler feat, so you can do an unarmed strike, but technically the torch is considered a weapon attack. So you could like kick it or something, but you couldn't burn it, unfortunately.
I'm sorry, when I said burn, I meant more like flavor unarmed strike.
Then that's totally fine. Yeah, it'll just do bludgeoning damage. Okay, go for it.
Yep, sorry.
No, it's okay. Just wanted to clarify. 17, yeah, you fry that fucker. You more just like burn it by bashing it with the lit torch, and it dies. Nice shot.
No one restrains me.
Yes.
Gordy is meanwhile just back there still holding up the fist bump, watching that go down and being like, holy shit, I lit a fire under his ass.
I love it. I love it. All right. Anything else for Ferdinand?
That will do it, boss.
Alrighty, excellent. Top of the round, that'll bring us back to Arbit.
All right. What am I seeing kind of down here?
There's a shitload of webs everywhere, and all sorts of like wrapped up, half dead, like blood drained insects and rats, and like it looks like this is like a giant spider's lair.
All right. So I guess looking at. Does any of this webbing look fresh to me?
There's various ages, I would say. Yeah, some of it looks like better kempt. Most of it just looks pretty old.
All right. So I'm just gonna kind of move. I'm gonna move back.
Okay.
15, 20, 25.
All right.
And then I'll do another dodge, I guess.
Okay, spending a key point to do your patient defense.
No, hold on. No, it'll just be the action because I only
Action
moved.
dodge. Okay, correct.
Yeah,
Okay,
dodge.
cool.
That's all.
Smart. Alrighty. That'll bring us to Rainera. So you, Rainera, can see Arbit kind of coming down, looking very cautiously, kind of like eyes scanning the walls and the ceiling for anything. But you don't see a thing behind him. You're not sure what he's freaking out about.
Can I speak to him from here?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna ask, did you find anything? Are you okay?
Big weird spider lifted me and disappeared.
Huh. What do you mean disappeared?
Yeah, it's about the best I can put it. You ever look at something, you blink, and it's not there when you open your eyes again? That's kind of what happened.
I'm gonna be confused and walk towards him.
Okay.
About there?
Perfect. Okay.
I'm just trying to make my way down to investigate for myself.
Okay. Alrighty, just kind of got your eyes peeled, ready to go. Anything else you'd like to do?
Nope, that's it.
Alrighty, that'll bring us to this little guy. Is going to kind of skitter around underneath and is going to go for a bite against Ferdinand. Ferdinand, that's a 17 to hit. Believe that's a connection there.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 7 points of piercing, halved to 3 because you're raging. And then I need a Constitution saving throw. Ooh, a 6 is a failure. So on top of the 3 piercing, you're also going to take 8 points of poison damage. As the venom from this spider just kind of seeps into your lower calf. You kind of feel this like icy hot, like cool burn on your lower leg, and it starts to kind of tingle and go numb, and you're like, shit, that's not good.
Lucky.
Alrighty, that will bring us to Vordon. Hiding under a rock. What you got for us, Vordon? Oh, you're muted there.
We know what he's doing.
What is he doing? Oh god.
What do you think he's doing?
I have no idea. I'm scared.
He's late to the Chaos Crew.
Triple A, triple R on that spider.
On which one? This guy right here?
Uh,
Okay. Go ahead and roll a D100. I forgot about this.
What the hell?
A 17. So, for those of you who are newer and aren't quite aware, I should probably do a better job at explaining this. All of you, when you join the Tealeaf Adventuring Company, are gifted with a magical ray gun from an association called the Alchemists and Artificers Association. And as part of your adventuring duties, you may shoot a creature with these ray guns to basically give them a buff, and in doing so you get bonus gold. This is challenge mode. So, as you hit it with the ray gun, attacks made against the creature have disadvantage until an attack hits. This illusion resets the beginning of each of the creature's turns. So it gets the Displacer Beast buff. It's now a displacer wolf spider. Nice.
Oh god.
Alrighty.
Alright. Well, so I'm gonna move up to here.
Okay.
I will. I'm gonna bonus action, convert the Keyblade into the Keyblade gun,
Okay.
and I'm gonna take a shot.
Who gave Vordon a gun?
I did. So the AAA is actually your full action to shoot it.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. So you could convert it to the gun, it just couldn't shoot the gun this time.
Alright, that's fine.
Alrighty. That'll bring us Mr. Arbit. Once again, you kind of hear that weird humming sound. And then right in front of you, it appears and goes for a bite. So again, because you're dodging, it's going to be a straight roll. You're fucking kidding me. Another natural one. So again, as you hear the humming, you just kind of newspaper it right in the face, and it's just gonna, as soon as it appears, just disappears once again. Alright. That'll bring us, that's so fucking funny. That'll bring us to Gordy.
Gordy's gonna be so bewildered for a second. First off, he just saw this bolt of energy get shot off from Vordon and be like, what the hell was that? And then hear Arbit from across the hall go, ah! Be like, what the hell is going on? I'm kicking this spider. And we'll run up once again, taking sort of like a golf swing, like a Billy Madison golf swing with his bow staff
Okay.
on the spider.
Alrighty. A 16 will connect for 5 points of damage. Nice shot.
And as part of a bonus action, just utilizing the martial arts feat, we'll kind of bring an elbow down on the spider
Cool.
with an unarmed strike.
Go for it. The 8 is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
I hit my funny bone.
Yeah, it's not so funny when you do it, though.
I laughed.
Thanks.
Alrighty, anything else for Gordy?
No, that's gonna be the whole kit and caboodle right now.
Alright. Beautiful. That will bring us to Ferdinand.
I want to go with that reckless Warhammer swing.
Let's fucking go. 22 will connect for 8, and you splat that bug. Now, with your fancy bioforged Warhammer, do you want to try to absorb its essence?
Oh yeah, we're going all in.
Okay, so this is considered a beast, so you can add the beast affix to your Warhammer. Which, I forget, what does that one specifically do?
That's just growing fangs and claws, which basically make my unarmed strikes 1d4, which
They already were.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one just looks cool because I have
They
fangs
just look
and now
badass,
claws.
sure, yeah. Alright, okay. Alrighty, that'll bring us to the top of the initiative, is Arbit.
Yeah, I'm kind of at a loss, but at this point, I have a quarterstaff that I'm just going to kind of throw up at the ceiling in where that I last saw that.
Okay. You kind of take your quarterstaff and throw it up, and it just unceremoniously lands right in front of you, not connecting with anything.
Fair enough. I need fire. Hey, bitch, come back out! Fight me like a little buggy you are!
Alright. Anything else?
Yeah, we'll just, I'm gonna run back in now.
Okay.
Alright, I'm good.
Alrighty, that'll bring us to Rainera. So Rainera, you actually witnessed this happen. As you got right up next to Arbit, the spider just phased in, tried to bite him, got bopped in the face, and then just immediately phased out.
I'm gonna follow him,
Okay.
but stay a little bit behind.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okie dokie. Any action you'd like to do? You could kind of take a dodge action to be more on the defensive. You could hold an action, so you could like ready an action, so the next time you see it, you shoot it in the face. I think
Yeah,
that's-
can I ready an arrow?
Absolutely. Okay, so I'm going to give you the red dot there, so that'll remind us. And your trigger is whenever you see it, you're going to shoot it. Okay.
Okay,
Nice.
thank you.
Alrighty. Cool. That'll bring us to the spider over here. Actually, no, we're all out of spiders. So that'll bring us to Vordon. Vordon, you are up.
All right. There's no spoders left over here. Gordy, do you want to keep going, or should we regroup with the team?
I mean, maybe. They kind of ran off. They were yelling and everything.
All right, let's.
Might not be a bad idea.
That damn
Now we help the frog.
That damn frog's always getting me into trouble.
That frog. That damned frog.
Well, none of them
It
sounded,
was
none of
that
them
damn
sounded
smile of the frog.
like... It all started
Happy
with that smile. The damn smile.
I'm happy someone got it. You know where I was going with it. You know where I was going.
I got you.
Alright. So, I'm gonna move right here for my initial 25.
Okay, kind of going around the corner there. Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And you say Rainera just with arrow drawn, just like scanning, looking, ready to
Oh no,
fire.
I got the gun. The gun's
Okay.
ready.
So you want to ready in action?
Yeah, I'm gonna hold the key gun.
Okay. Locked and loaded, baby. Alrighty.
That's it.
Okay. You all hear this strange humming sound once again as right in front of you, Rainera, this spider spawns. And you guys are both ready, so you guys can both make your held attack.
Nice.
Alright, so actually, Kyle, if you actually just click on that arrow attack,
Oh,
it'll roll the macro for you, do all your damage and everything.
sorry, I forgot.
No worries.
It's not sneak, right? No.
It would be sneak for you, Vordon, actually, because Rainera's right next to it.
But not for me.
But not for you, correct, because you don't have an adjacent ally. Alright, so the 9 is unfortunately going to be a miss. As you shoot, you kind of, are a little bit startled. The arrow kind of flies off in the distance.
Okay.
The 22 is going to get through for 15 points of damage.
Nice.
Very nice shot from Vordon with the Keyblade.
Bang bang.
Key gun. And then it's going to take a bite attack at you, Rainera.
Okay.
That's going to be... Ooh. Okay, that's going to be a 19 to hit.
I'm certain that hits. but
Okay,
let
so
me
that's gonna
double check.
I think your
Yeah,
AC
my
is
armor
a-
class is 14.
Alright, so that's going to be 5 points of piercing damage. And then I need you
Okay.
to make me a Constitution saving throw.
How do I do that?
So on your character sheet, let me open that up real quick. It's going to be like the top left corner. You're going to see a little section that says saving throws. It's kind of like right next to like your dexterity and constitution there, and like just to the left of your health.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you'll see strength, dexterity, constitution. You can just click that word constitution, and it'll go ahead and roll a save for you. Ooh, okay. Alright, this is going to get interesting. So, with a 5, that is a failure. you are going to take... Now, don't be scared. You're going to take 18 points of poison damage. However, you are stable, poisoned, and paralyzed for the moment. It almost like she-lobbed you. So you're just kind of catatonic right now.
Okay. Do I need to take any damage off, or?
Yep, so you're technically at 0 health. But you are not
Okay.
dead. You're just catatonic.
Okay.
Alright, that's going to bring us to Gordy.
Well, Ferdinand, I haven't heard any screaming in the past couple of seconds. Surely nothing could be going wrong around the corner. Let's mosey on down. And Gordy's gonna... 10. How far can you move, by the way? Just because I'm kind of sticking by you for light.
Like how far the light goes, or?
Nah, like how far can your character move?
30.
30? Okay.
Or 60 for dash, I guess.
Alright. Gordy will kind of just move. Well, kind of a little bit more of a dash around
Okay.
here.
Alright, it's pretty dark, but you do see Vordon.
Hey, what's been going on here, Vordon?
It's an icy spider.
What?
A scary spider.
Come on, we've seen so many. They can't be that bad.
Big spider. You can't see him, but I can.
Oh. Gordy, for a brief moment, considers turning around and walking away, but just readies his quarterstaff.
Okay.
And can I... Yeah, say I ready attack action.
Okay, cool. Alrighty, that'll bring us to Ferdinand.
Gordy, hear about the big spider. Well, I guess I'm gonna head out now. Yeah, I'd follow them. I'm gonna go 30 as well.
Okay.
Shh.
Alright, the torchlight kind of flickering around the corner there.
I don't think I can see this thing from this angle.
Not quite, nope.
Okay. That would end my turn.
Alrighty.
That will ruin rage.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Unlucky.
Alrighty. Top of the round, Arbit, you're there. You can still see this thing. It kind of like stabbed into Rainera and is almost starting to like wrap her in a web, just like Shelob from Lord of the Rings on Frodo.
Oh, I'm straight up running at this thing, and I'm going to try and grapple up some of its legs.
Okay, so you want to try to grapple?
Yep.
Okay, so go ahead and make an athletics check.
Nope.
Yeah, it's surprisingly strong. So as you go to grab on, it kind of just forces its legs out of your grasp. Never lucky.
Did I touch it?
So technically yes, but this one actually is immune to poison. So
That bastard.
yeah, he's a bit of a tougher spider.
Alright, let's see then. I'll use a flurry of blows to hit it, I guess.
Okay, so that'll be 2 unarmed strikes. Go ahead and roll those out for me. Both are going to hit. There you go. One of them being a
Nice.
critical.
This
That'll be
one's
5 plus
got one
8 is 13 points of damage. And with that, you actually come up trying to grab it and then just get frustrated and just punch the thing in the eye twice, and it kind of starts to sputter and phase in and out real quick before it just sort of drops. That's a kill for Arbit. Alright. And with that, folks, we are going to go ahead and take this little momentary break to take our short rest. So, just for narrative's sake, over the next hour, Rainera, you start to slowly feel the control of your muscles begin to come back, and at the end of the hour, you have 1 hit point.
Okay.
You're still alive. You're just very, very hurt by that spider. You have 1 hit point.
So do I
but-
have 1 hit point now?
Yeah, so you can go ahead and mark that now. We're going to go ahead and take our short rest now. So we're going to take a quick little 5-10 minute break or so. Try to be back. Try to keep it under 15 minutes. We're going to go use the restroom, grab drinks. Viewers, please enjoy our lovely little BRB screen that was made by some of the wonderful artists in the community. We'll be back in just a little bit. Please stay tuned, because right at the end, probably we're on pretty good schedule. Right around, say, 9 o'clock or so, we're going to have our Twitch chat favorite vote, where you guys at home get to vote for your favorite person tonight. That'll get a bonus Tealeaf point, and maybe get to see him more often. So stay tuned. We'll be back in just a little bit, and see you then.
Hey everybody, this is Wee Woo coming at you from Break Screen. I want to check in with you guys and make sure that everybody's enjoying our D&D stream tonight. Just a reminder for those of you who are joining us and missed some of our fine announcements earlier, we do have a store available. Right there, if you are watching on Twitch, is available in the chat. If you are watching on YouTube, it is available down in the description below. We have some nice merchandise that you can check out and wear some of our fine swag and drink from our fine mugs. Check that out. We also have 2 affiliate links that I would love for you guys to take a look at. But first off, we got the Inked Gaming affiliate link. Everybody who's in the gaming community needs those custom mouse pads and nerdy accessories such as dice bags, gaming totes, etc. And got Zelda on the brain here. Inked Gaming provides that. And using our affiliate link, we get a little bit of help, just a little bit. Helps us provide stuff for you guys, Every so often we do giveaways through Inked Gaming, so check them out, see if there's stuff that might interest you. The other affiliate link that we here have at TGR, is the Reaper Miniatures. Now, the Reaper Miniatures hold a special place in my heart, because I am a miniature painting aficionado. We'll call it that. Or I just have a problem. And I love to buy Reaper Miniatures because they don't break the bank. They are good quality, PVC, pewter, and special kind of new printed plastic that's available for injection molding that they're using. I don't remember the name, and I hate that I don't. I'm sorry. But they have all different kinds of genres, including sci-fi, fantasy, noir, and they also have a very fine line of miniature painting products, brushes, and several different lines of paint. Check them out. Anytime we get links to that, or anytime somebody clicks on that particular affiliate link, goes towards our quarterly score, as well as when people buy things, it also counts towards us, and we use that to give away more Reaper products, so you guys can try some of their stuff for free. So I'm gonna leave you guys to enjoy our fine Be Right Back screen and music, and we'll be back with you shortly.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for hanging out during that little short rest and listening to Wee Woo's wonderful announcements and commercials. We're back. Our party is all healed up, and we're ready to rock and roll and keep going on this adventure. Definitely feel free to hang out with us, and right around 9 o'clock or so, we have our Twitch chat favorite vote, where you can vote for who you thought was the coolest. So, as you guys finish up taking care of these spiders and sort of nursing Rainera back to health, we're going to stay out of initiative for right now, but the action is yours. You guys can do whatever you want.
I'm gonna snack on some legs.
They're crunchy.
Hooray!
Can I come over here?
You can move wherever you'd like. Yep.
Right. When I'm over here, can I make a perception check? not a perception check. An insight check. See if I can see anything.
What are you trying to infer?
The history of this site. If there's any more remnants that seem fresh.
Sure, make an insight check.
Okay.
I mean, this is definitely probably where this big spider lived. You see a lot of just remnants, wrapped up webbing, stuff like that, discarded bones, etc. You're not super familiar with crazy multidimensional spiders, so you're not sure if there's like a mated pair or if it was just the one. It's kind of a lot of bones, but that thing seemed pretty big, so you're not super sure.
That's it for me.
Alrighty. Anybody else?
Can I move backwards back to where the tunnel split off?
Absolutely. Alrighty. Kind of see Ferdinand standing over there.
How far can I move?
So right now we're not really in initiative, so you can kind of just go short little bursts at a time for right now. We're not really measuring or anything. So to your heart's content.
I'm gonna just kind of mosey up here and just kind of check up this northern part.
Okay. Ferdinand, you notice something interesting as you step up, and you were kind of too raged up to notice it at first. But as you're kind of like stopping to look at the corpses of these spiders, you notice kind of sitting against the wall right over here appears to be a partially rotting corpse. It looks humanoid, human elf, something like that. And it's kind of in a seated position, propped against the wall.
I'd probably yell through the tunnels that we got a corpse up here.
We got a body!
I'm gonna follow him up.
Okay.
Do frogs eat bodies?
Everybody's gonna follow Arbit and just go, now Arbit, this one might not be good to eat.
There. It's only partially dead. Or
How are you gonna wake up mostly dead?
I've got
Half
friends
dead.
who can make them alive again.
Alright, we may need to call him in a bit, but let's keep moving. And Gordy's gonna kinda move up with the rest of the group.
Sure.
Just following along.
Alright. You guys can continue to kind of move in little chunks if you'd like. Alright. Ferdinand, kind of being the first in line here. Make me a perception check. Alright, you continue to move. The smell of this body is pretty gnarly. It's one of those, like, you never forget that smell. I mean, it's not your first time, but it's a little, it's a little unsettling.
Ah, see there.
Alright, you guys keep moving.
Yeah, I'd keep moving, see what the body has. See if there's any fruit flies, and then call over Arbit to eat them.
Alright, go ahead and, if you're gonna, like, actually take the time to, like, investigate the body, go ahead and make an investigation check for me. With a 3, you're not able to really discern much. You're more of just the mindset of, yep, definitely dead.
Can confirm, it's dead.
Can't confirm. What are the rest of you guys doing? Vordon, Arbit, Gordy, you guys moving up?
Yeah, I'll just keep moving. Is this like hole like anything to be aware of, or is that just on the map?
Maybe some of the spiders had crawled out of it. Nothing to be aware of.
Okay, so just move it up.
Vordon, with your eye for detail feature, go ahead and make me a perception check, Vordon, at advantage.
Yes, sir.
The 10 just barely. You notice that the body appears to be somewhat feminine, and it appears to be holding something in her hand.
Gordy, I believe you missed something.
But me? What?
You walked right by it. Just kidding. Haha. Fooled ya. Guys, I think there's something in this person's hand.
He's looking at the darkness behind him, just wondering what he could have missed.
That's what makes it funny. Can I grab it, Luke, or?
Yeah. She kind of like uncurl the like stiff fingers, and there appears to be like a crumpled up bit of paper.
Effectively, that really wouldn't be stiff anymore.
I'm gonna uncrumple this paper and try to decipher it.
All right.
It's
There
still
appears to be
legible.
a note, and it is illegible. And what you notice is that the ink seems to run a little bit. It's very, very old and fragile, so you're very delicate in unfolding it. And with your eye for detail, Vordon, just because you're kind of your subclass specializes in this sort of thing, you would notice that there appear to be tiny little like drips of moisture on the parchment, as if someone either reading or writing it was crying. This is what it says.
Am I reading that?
If you'd like. You're holding it.
Oh, yes, that is true. Guys, I will read the note. Everybody listen, including you, Mr. Arbit. They were all right, all of them. They all warned me. I should have listened. I'm such a fool. And now they're all going to laugh at me, call me names. Silly Lydia, the whore that fell in love, that's what they'll call me. Stupid, naive girl. He was so charming and polite and always gentle to me. I look forward to his visits. He told me someday he would save up enough money so that he could pay off my debt and we could run away. We could get a boat and sail to the Obsidian Isles, he told me. He's a dirty liar like all of them, always skulking around in the shadows, only ever visiting in the dead of night. But how stupid can I be? I should have known. Probably has a wife and children and a whole family. There's no name for the men who don't come back. And now what am I going to do? If the other girls find out, I'll never hear the end of it. And I'll lose all of my other customers. Oh no. I always wanted to be a mother, but never like this. Madam Nightshade will know what to do. She always does. She's taken good care of me since I was a little girl. Hope she isn't angry with me. Oh.
Oh boy.
Guys, this.
We should bury her.
I think that's a good idea.
That sounds respectful. I don't have a shovel, but
My friend Bob has a shovel.
is Bob here?
No, we would have seen him. You're right there, Weewu.
Luke, can I use the spell Earth Tremor to make like a grave.
Earth Tremor. I believe. Let me read that
It
one
says
up.
it just makes it so I'm sorry, difficult terrain. I don't know if that'd be classified like a little hole.
Absolutely, yeah. Easy enough. Kind of a creative use of the spell. If you'd like to expend the spell slot to do that, you could kind of, carve out a small little grave there for the woman.
I will do that, and then as a bard, I will play an instrument as respect.
Okay. A nice little, maybe like a dirge of some sort, like a sad, longing song. Okay. Make a perception check with advantage. You, as like the last note of your song rings out, it might just be a figment of your imagination, you're not sure. But you look around, and it's one of these sort of things where everyone has the same shared experience, but it doesn't seem real. All of you swear off further deeper in the cave you hear the sound of, just faintly echoing, a baby crying.
I would look towards that where the sound came and said, let's push forward then.
I agree.
Alrighty. As you round the corner, you see these horrible, weird, almost humanoid, spider-like creatures kind of jumping down from the ceiling after hearing the song, preparing an ambush, but they're apparently not that stealthy. I need everybody to go ahead, click on their token, and roll initiative for me.
Alrighty.
Nice. Nice.
Alrighty. We'll get Rainera in there. Yeah. There. Okie dokie. Alrighty. Top of the round, we've got Gordy and Vordon simultaneously. You guys are up.
Alright. Gordy is kind of like a fish out of water here. Just it's still darkness unless he's by Ferdinand, so he's just gonna.
Who are you calling a fish out of water?
You're an amphibian. You can be out of water.
Actually, after so long, I am supposed to submerge in water.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have any water on me, but when we get back, I'll have Ted whip you something up that is like water. Yeah, Gordy can't really move in without losing sight of what's in front of him.
Can I hand him my torch?
I'll say it's like a free action, yeah, if you'd like.
I will hand Gordy my torch.
Okay, so I am going to turn off the light for you, and I will turn it on for Gordy. So Gordy, just so you know, if you're holding the torch, all of your attacks with the staff are going to be one-handed.
Yep, I have a separate macro for that.
Perfect.
Alright, so let's see. Gordy went 5, 10, 15. Oh yeah, Gordy's going to walk.
There you go. The light should follow you now.
Oh, and seeing this guy down here, he's going to go, nope, and sort of take a step forward and strike with his quarterstaff.
Alrighty, go for it.
That should be...
22 will hit. There you go. Yeah, that's going to be 8 points of damage on that guy right there. Very nice shot. Sweet.
All right.
Anything else?
Nope, that's going to be the turn.
Alrighty, excellent. That'll bring us to Vordon.
All right. I'm gonna bonus action insightful fighting against this one.
Okay, go ahead and make an insight check. I will make a deception check.
Okay. Come on, big money. Damn it.
Yeah, these things are creepy. You can't quite get a good read on it.
Right.
That's a fail.
All right, so I'm just gonna take a normal key gun shot at him then.
Okay. There you go. That'll be 2 points of force damage.
All right, and then that's it.
Okie dokie. That'll bring us to these guys' turns. These guys are going to get 3 attacks each. So this one's going to move up here.
Bruh.
This first one's going to throw, like, with its 8, like, spider leg arms, it's going to whip out and throw 3 daggers towards Arbit. So the first one's an 18 for 3. Second one's a 13. I think it's a miss, Arbit.
Yeah, 13 is a miss.
Okay, 18 will hit for 3, and then a 12 is a miss. So 3 points of piercing on Arbit.
I'm gonna try and deflect misses.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so go ahead and roll, it's a D10 plus Dex plus monk level.
That's it.
Alrighty. So, you managed to catch the dagger, and you can spend a key point to throw it back at him if you'd like. Or you can just drop it.
I'm gonna hold it. I'm just
Okay.
gonna catch it.
Just catch it, and you got the dagger. Okay,
Yeah, because now
Hey,
I have
sorry.
an idea.
nice.
Real quick, with the short rest, do we get key points back, or is that only on
Yes.
long rest?
Yep, monks get. Alrighty. So that'll be it for him. This one over here is going to move up, and it's going to do the same thing on Vordon. So 3 shots on you, Vordon.
Yep.
Okay. First one's a natural 1. Second one's a 20 for 5.
Okay.
And an 18 for 3. So 2 of those are going to get through. You're going to take 8 points of piercing damage total. And then this one's going to swing at you, Gordy, in melee range here. We're going to swing 3 times at Gordy. 15 for 4.
Next.
12 for 3, I think is a miss.
Mhm.
And a 21 for 3 will hit. So that's going to be 7 points total on Gordy there.
Ow.
Yeah, these guys hurt. That'll bring us to Arbit.
Which is the one that threw the dagger at me?
This guy up here in the corner here.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it right back.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out which one I do there.
It'd be like the same as a unarmed strike. $21 will hit.
Okay, and with that, because I have the poison damage, I'm able to add that to it.
Is that something you have to pre-prepare, or can you do that as part of an attack?
Part of an attack.
Nice. Okay, so that definitely will deal piercing damage. So go ahead and add that.
Second. Yeah, so it's oh, they still have to make the con throw.
Okay, so he's going to
But
make
if it hits, it'll do 2d4 additional poison damage.
Okay, so that's a fail on the Constitution save. So go ahead and roll a D. Go ahead and basically roll that, and then
Here's the
2d4 extra.
damage and the poison damage.
Alright, so 7 points of piercing plus 5 of poison. It's 12 damage total. Very nice shot. Alright. Sweet.
Worth it.
Alrighty, anything else?
I'll move right up to him.
Okay. Cool.
Let's see. And I'll flurry of blows now, and I'll
Okay.
I'll take an attack at it.
Alright, 2 more attacks. Go for it. That'll hit. 1 will hit, 1 will not.
For another 5
5 points
and
there.
DC con save.
Okay. He does succeed on the con save there, so he'll take the 5.
Damage there. Okay,
Okay, he's looking very hurt.
good.
Alrighty, that'll bring us to Rainera.
I am gonna move up here, attempting to stay out of their range.
Okay.
And can I shoot them from here?
Yep. So you would have a clear shot on these two, but can't quite see this guy down here fighting Gordy.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the middle one, or attempt to.
Okay, go for it. The 7 is gonna miss, unfortunately. That arrow kind of goes wide and it ducks underneath. So
Okay.
that's a miss. Alrighty, so that's your move and your action. So we'll go ahead and move on to Ferdinand, bringing up the rear as always.
It do be like that. It do be like that. I'm gonna rage up
Alright, get angry.
and I'm gonna reckless attack this bad boy.
Getting right up in his grill. Okay. 15 connects for 8 points of damage. Big swing. Very nice.
And I'm gonna follow up with an uppercut.
Let's go. 18 or 20 will hit for... Wow, that's a big old hit. Another 8 points with the uppercut. That's actually enough to take him out. He mad. He big mad. Very nice.
Hell yeah.
I love it. I love it. Anything else for Ferdinand?
That will do it.
All right. Top of the round. That'll bring us back to Gordy and Vordon.
All right.
So, hearing the sounds of bones crunching behind Gordy reminds him of his time being beaten by the orcs. I've been trying to be careful not to accidentally call Gordy Gordon and Vordon Vordy this whole time.
Yeah.
So it'll kind of like bring him back to that time where he was just a whelp and getting beaten around. And we'll take another crack with his quarterstaff. And then also perform a flurry of blows with the torch in his hand across,
Okay.
like kind of like a across the face.
Little bitch slap. Okay, I like it.
Yeah,
Go for it.
Picasso.
All right. 24 connects for 9 points there. A very beautiful shot. And then you get 2 unarmed attacks. The 24 will hit for 6 points of bitch slap damage. That's actually enough to take him out. Very nice. Alrighty, anything else?
I'm just gonna turn around to Ferdinand and just look at him and throw my arms up and go. Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Nice. That'll bring us to Vordon.
All right. Bonus action, insightful fighting to start, please.
Okay, he's gonna make a deception check. Oh yeah, he rolled a 2, so 21. You start to get a feel for how these things fight.
21.
All right. I hate you so much, Joe. All right, and then key gun.
Okay. Very nice. You just blow that thing away.
Yeah.
And as you do so, Vordon, as you fire that gun and that kind of sound echoes out, you guys for sure hear the crying of a baby coming from further down in the tunnel. There's no question about it this time.
Can we tell it's like down this way?
It's like somewhere in this area. So Vordon, it's still your turn.
Well, since I didn't do any of my movement, I will, let's see, 25 feet gets me to right here. Does it get louder as I get closer?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's my turn.
Alrighty. That was Vordon and Gordy. That'll bring us to Arbit.
Alright, moving up. 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. And I'm just gonna dash.
Okay.
What the fuck?
You see, lying, crawling in front of you is an absolutely deeply disturbing, awful, undead abomination. There's clearly some fucked up foul magic that's happened here. Pieces aren't all quite there yet, but this is what you see. I'll zoom in on that bad boy. This is called a botchling.
Oh my god, it's hideous.
It's bad, yes.
Ugh, I don't even want to look at
Anything else for Arbit? This is straight out of The Witcher.
He's just gonna stand there kind of awestruck.
Yeah, it's a rough one. Alright, that'll bring us to Rainera.
I'm gonna move up and join the group here. And are we currently being attacked?
Yep, you guys are still in danger, so you're still in initiative.
But I don't think I can get to anything from here, right?
Currently no. So you could dash again, move double movement.
Okay. I will do that and go over here. Can I get to anything from over here?
From right there, you still got 10 feet of movement, so you could go another 2 squares if you'd like. Alright, and from right there, unfortunately can't quite see anything just yet.
Okay.
Alrighty, that'll bring us to Ferdinand.
I'm gonna move and dash.
Okay.
Five. 60, I guess. And that should do it.
Alrighty, you run right up to this thing, and it is all sorts of disturbing. It is just this awful creature. You're not sure what the hell happened here, but this is the source of the crying for sure. Alright, anything else for Mr. Ferdinand?
Nope, that should do it.
Alright, top of the initiative, we have Gordy and Vordon.
Vordon, I'm gonna let you play this one first because you're closest to the hole of horrors.
Alright, okay. Does that get me a shot at that? Or do I need
It would
to-
have 3/4 cover. You could take a shot, but its AC is going to be a lot higher.
Okay, what about that one? Is there rocks blocking it?
It would have partial cover.
Alright.
Yeah.
Ferdinand, did you attack the baby yet?
No,
He hasn't
I'm
attacked
not
it
that
yet, no.
soulless.
Oh, well, I am.
Oh, look, a snack!
Jesus.
No, Arbit, you're not gonna eat. Jesus Christ. I think I'm just gonna kind of do a prep turn here. I'm gonna use another healing potion.
Okay,
Just to be safe.
sure.
There it is.
Alright, so 7 health back to Vordon.
Yippity doo dah. Cool.
Alright.
And then just to be safe, I'm actually gonna bonus action dash to just be right here so I get a better view.
Okay, I like it.
And that's it.
Alrighty, and Gordy, you're up.
Gordy, I think, is gonna dash to right about there.
Okay.
Just to see if he can. Oh, actually, you know what? I just saw the not to metagame too much, but I did just see the geometry a little bit.
That's okay.
So Gordy's gonna kind of just.
I mean, you can, even though you can't see things, you can kind of hear and like echolocation. You know, you're okay.
Yeah, I mean Gordy's got a little bit of hearing damage.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just gonna kind of. Trying to think. Like 35 would be like. Yeah, he's just gonna. Actually, you know what? Yeah, he'll be like right behind Rainera.
Okay.
And just kind of like brace to whatever's going on in that area.
Okay. Alrighty, that'll bring us to this creature's turn. It is going to let out this horrific wailing sound. It's like a crying baby, but it just rings in your ears. I need everyone to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Is this a fear or frightening effect?
No.
All right.
Alrighty. Vordon, you save. Arbit, you save. Ferdinand, you save. Rainera, you save. Gordy, you are stunned until the end of the botchling's next turn, and you gain 1 level of exhaustion.
Ooh. First level of exhaustion is
Disadvantage on a bit. I think attack rolls and ability checks.
okay.
Let me confirm that. Yeah, just ability checks. Disadvantage on ability checks.
All right.
Yeah. Alrighty. These little spooky ghosties are gonna go, and they're gonna both fly up right onto Ferdinand, and we're gonna make 2 attacks. First one's an 11, that's a miss. Second one is a 10, that's a miss. Okay, that'll bring us to Arbit.
Alright, Arbit's a little guy. He can fit over here, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna unarmed strike the ghosty boy.
Okay.
Nope. Crit fail.
Yeah.
First one of the night, huh? For all of us.
I've rolled a couple nat ones, but yeah, I think
You, but as far as players, that is the first one. Let's see what's coming. I'm gonna blow another. Yeah, I'll blow another key point and do a flurry of blows.
okay. 2 more unarmed strikes. Okay. Go ahead and roll damage. Alrighty. So, as you strike out and you hit this specter, your hands kind of rush through it. You're not really making impact. It seems like you're kind of like tearing through, almost like a mist or something, and it seems to kind of disrupt this incorporeal form slightly, but you're not doing quite as much damage as you had hoped. So both of those are going to be, it is resistant to your bludgeoning damage, so it's going to take half of that total damage. It'll take 6 points of damage.
Alright.
And it is immune to
It's
poison.
immune to poison, yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty.
That is my turn.
Okie dokie, that'll bring us to Rainera.
I'm gonna move up here beside Vordon.
Okay.
And can I try to shoot the baby?
Yes, you can definitely take a shot.
Oh boy.
Someone had to be the first. And 11 is gonna be a miss. There's a part of you that like partially hesitates, and that is a miss.
I could see hesitating looking at that one.
Yeah, it's a rough one. It's nasty.
Okay, that's all I'm gonna do.
Alrighty, that'll bring us to Ferdinand.
I'm gonna do a reckless attack against the south ghost.
Okay. There's a crit, baby. Let's go. So that is 20 points of bludgeoning damage, and your Warhammer is magical, correct?
Pretty confident. Let me double check.
Well, yeah, it's got the Bioforge thing.
Yes.
So your magical weapon overcomes its incorporeal nature, so you connect with that full 20 points of damage and take this one out. It kind of just like screams and fades out of existence. Very nice.
I'll take that as a win.
Yeah, and actually, it is considered an undead creature if you'd like to absorb its essence with your Bioforged hammer.
Let's see what I get with undead. I don't see anything for undead. Aberration?
It might not have something up with undead creatures. That's very possible.
Unlucky. We'll keep with the fangs then. And the
Okay,
claws.
just keeping the fangs. All right, cool.
And then I'm going to use as my bonus action. Give I think it's a bonus action.
Yeah, Bardic Inspiration's a bonus.
Yep, inspiration to Arbit.
Alrighty, Arbit's gonna get a little orange there. That's a D6 you can add to any attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Yay!
Alrighty. Moving right along, top of the initiative, Gordy, you are currently stunned as the wailing is just ringing in your head. You are unable to act. That'll bring
Gordy's
us to
just clutching his ear.
That'll bring us to Vordon.
Now's the time.
I'm doing it.
Yes!
Oh god.
Triple A.
On the
On the baby.
on the botchling, what is a 73? You closed it out. Wee-Wee's got us. Not good, probably.
Melee attacks knock enemies back 15 feet on a hit.
Interesting.
You ready, Ike? Kick the baby.
The baby!
Jesus Christ.
I'm
Is
gonna
that what it
change-
is? Can we confirm that that's what it is?
That's what it is.
Okay,
Hits knock you back 15 feet.
Okay, so melee attacks knock you back 15 feet. Good to know. Okay.
Well, if
Proud of you.
thanks. It was your idea.
I know.
Well, if that's the case, then melee attacks knock it back. Oh no, rapier doesn't count as a melee, right?
A rapier would be a melee attack, yeah. I mean, your gun is not a melee.
No, I know that. So,
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna move to here. Bonus
Okay.
action, change it back to the key blade,
Okay.
and it wouldn't be sneak. So
Well, you actually used your full action to shoot.
that's true.
Yeah. Yeah.
I always forget that using.
It's all good.
All right, and then I'm just gonna stick it out right here then.
Viewer's Choice Poll is live, guys. Definitely go in there and vote for your favorite. Just remember, if you are playing and watching, please don't vote for yourself. That's kind of but vote for any of your other friends.
Kind of cheese in it.
Yeah, no cheese in it.
They call that collusion.
Alrighty. Anything else, Vordon? Or is that it? AAA, Triple R, I'm moving up. Getting your rape.
That is it.
Alrighty, it's now its turn. It's gonna roll. 1d6. It does recharge the whale, so we will hold on to that. I have to decide what I want to do. Okay, it's going to crawl up towards Vordon, or not Vordon, sorry, Ferdinand. And as it crawls, it's going to reach out and bite you. So you attacked recklessly, so it has advantage. That's going to be... Oh, fuck. That's going to be a 23 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so that's going to be 4 points of piercing damage, halved to 2. Plus 8 points of necrotic damage. Your maximum health is reduced by 8 temporarily. It's going to gain 8 hit points back. You get knocked back 15 feet because of AAA, Triple R.
Oops.
And then I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Alright. As it bites you and as you get knocked back, you feel real woozy. Almost like this extreme vertigo. You kind of feel lightheaded. You feel a little bit faint for a minute, but you kind of focus and catch your breath. You do not pass out. Alrighty, that's its turn. At the end of its turn, Gordy, you are no longer stunned.
Yay.
Ghost. This ghost is going to swoop in right towards... yeah, we're going to swoop in at Vordon. Vordon, that's a 19 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay, you're going to take... you're going to take 13 points of necrotic damage.
God damn.
And I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw. Oh, okay. Your maximum hit point is also going to be reduced by 13. Yeah. That's a big ouch.
Oh boy.
That'll bring us to Arbit.
Rip. I'm going to move and try and pick up and yeet the baby. Not eat with an E, yeet with a Y.
You want to try to grapple and throw the baby?
Yes.
Okay, so first off, make me a athletics check to try to grapple it. It's pretty wriggly. It does not want to be held, so you're unable to grapple it, unfortunately.
Bastard. Bonus action. We're gonna punch the shit out of it.
Okay.
The beatings are gonna continue until morale improves.
The 12 is gonna hit.
And I don't know about poison.
It is immune to poison. It is considered undead, but
Alright.
but it'll take 5 points. Alrighty, nice shot. Okay, that'll bring us to Rainera.
I am going to, if I can click on my person, move back a little bit
Okay,
and try to shoot it again.
okay.
Because I don't think shooting the ghost is going to work.
Hey, there's another crit. What a deadeye. Alright, Rainera. For 13 points on the botchling. That is a direct shot. Very nice. Alrighty. It's still up, but that definitely
And
did
that'll
a good
do it.
chunk. Very nice. All right, and Ferdinand, your turn.
Oh, I'm definitely hitting this kid. Can I squeeze through like this?
Yeah, so you can move through allies, just not
Okay, gotcha.
enemies. Yep, so
Okay,
you're
cool.
good. Yep.
All right. I want to hit it with my warhammer.
Okay.
I'm trying to think how to word this. Like an uppercut with a warhammer, kind of like almost like lifts, trying to like a shovel, like how you'd shovel snow.
Kind of like a golf
Kinda.
swing kind of thing. Yeah.
Kinda,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. A 16 will hit for 10 points.
Awesome.
All right.
So I kind of want to hit him with a shovel, so he's like kind of ideally up in the air, and then for flavor, punch down back into.
Oh yeah,
the snow.
absolutely. Kind of up and then boom,
Yeah,
right back down. Okay, go for the unarmed strike. 23 for 6.
Wasn't sure how to word that one.
Yeah, boom. All right, getting major damage into this thing. Alrighty, anything else?
Nope, that will do it.
Serious damage output by the barbarian. Very nice. That'll bring us to Gordy and Vordon.
Gordy, do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I mean, let me do a little bit of this real quick. Can I stand on these rocks, Luke, or is that kind of like? Not for sure.
You're small. Yeah, you can stand on those.
Okay. I feel a little conflicted ganging up on a small childlike creature and dropping elbows, but that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
All right.
So Gordy is going to kind of double elbow, like flurry of blows down onto the. It's nap time, kid. Yeah,
I love just the quiet little quips.
My God.
it's nap time. Fucking bedtime.
Alrighty,
just-
the 11 is going to be a miss, but the 15 will get through for 5. All right. Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, and that's gonna be Gordy's turn.
Okie
right.
dokie.
So, since I decided to be idiot last turn, thank you, Joe. Insight.
Idiot. You did wonderful. So proud of you.
Bonus action, insightful fighting.
Okay, he's going to make a... Believe it or not, the undead fetus monster has a very low charisma score.
A G.
Don't say.
Alright, it fails that, so you get sneak attack and insightful fighting.
All right, and then I'm gonna use the keyblade, and I'm gonna bonk the baby with the keyblade.
Okay, go for it. 16 will hit for 7, plus 5 is 12 points there, plus your wisdom, I think, or your proficiency, because of the keyblade. And
Yep, it'll be. Hold on, let me read it one more time to make sure it's correct. Proficiency bonus.
Okay, so that's an extra 2.
Yep.
Vordon, how do you want to do this?
Yeah.
Terrible. Vordon is going to basically use the keyblade, and he's gonna hold it almost like a golf club, and he's going to put all of his might into it, and he's gonna bonk it right in the head.
All right. And as you strike out at the creature, a couple things happen. Number one, the magical energy kind of holding this being together seems to fade, and it crumbles into ash. The other thing that happens is the specter here also seems to kind of cry out and fade away. And with that, all the threats have been eliminated. So, you guys managed to go through, follow the rest of the tunnel, and find a ladder which leads up to a small abandoned, maybe like some sort of apartment complex or like a small shop front in the Cat's Corner district of Cadoria. this location can be used to discreetly smuggle people in and out of the guild hall during this war with the Divan Order. So you guys have access in and out. Along the way, you do find tonight's magic item. So, we will do a few things first. Number one, job completed. Well done. You guys are all going to get 475 experience. So go ahead and mark that on your character sheets. You're all going to
How
gain
do I
one...
do that?
So at the very top of your character sheet, there's going to be like right where it says like name and race, I believe. It's like top right-hand corner. There's a little spot that says experience points. Right underneath your background and right to the right of your alignment.
Okay.
Yep.
I found it.
Okay. So you're gonna
Thank
take
you.
475 experience points. You're all going to gain, because of there are 2 AAA triple Rs. You're all going to gain 500 gold pieces each.
Oof.
It's a decent chunk of change. You're all going to gain 1 Tealeaf point. Viewer's choice tonight went to Ferdinand Scars. Gotta say, some badass moments there and some amazing quips. So very well deserved.
Thank you.
You can take your bonus Tealeaf point. And DM's choice tonight is going to go to Rainera. Thanks for joining us and some fucking awesome crits. Some good tactical movement. So go ahead and give yourself 2 Tealeaf points there. So I made a little spot right above your dark vision there. There's a little spot that says Tealeaf points. So you can keep track of those there. And we will get to tonight's magic item, which, okay, so I completely, I'm just gonna say sorry and do no further elaboration. This is the Crooked Blade. It is a rare magical dagger which requires attunement. I know. Shut the fuck up. I didn't think. Shut the fuck up.
Oof.
Big. The crooked shape of this bronze and steel dagger is how it earned its unique name. It is edged with a light blue-hued crystal that gently pulsates with energy as it pulls it from the air. This beautiful edged gemstone sparks with lethal potential as lightning dances across the crystal, waiting to unleash this pinnacle of nature's fury in the right hands. So this magical dagger can be used as a spellcasting focus. On a successful hit, it deals an extra 1d4 lightning damage. While holding the dagger, any spell the user casts that deals lightning damage deals an extra 1 die of lightning damage. And, as an action, the user can point the weapon and teleport along with the blade as a streak of lightning. The lightning forms a 60-foot long and 5-foot wide blast in a direction of the user's choice. Each creature in the line must make a DC 15 Dex saving throw. The creature takes 6d6 lightning damage on a failed save, or half as much on a successful one. The user then appears within 5 feet of an unoccupied space along the path of the bolt. Once used, this feature cannot be used again until the next dawn. So, pretty fancy little nifty dagger. Very nice. If you are interested in bidding on this magical dagger with your Tealeaf points, what I want you to do is I want you to type /W space GM and then the number of points you would like to bid. So this is kind of a blind DKP bidding system, basically, for magic items. No one else is going to know how many points you bid. And if you win it, you get the magic item, and you subtract those Tealeaf points, you get the magic item. If you lose, like if you get outbid, you still keep those points. You don't lose points for bidding. So, if you are interested, go ahead and get those bids in for the Crooked Blade now.
Quick question: does this count as a simple or martial weapon?
This would be a simple weapon. It's a dagger.
Okay. All right. You know what?
Alrighty, bids for the Crooked Blade going once. Going twice. Going thrice. Alrighty, we have a winner. So, the Crooked Blade is going to go to Gordy for 1 Tealeaf point.
Congrats.
Congrats. So go ahead and subtract that Tealeaf point and add that to your inventory.
Yep.
Very cool.
I like that that lightning dash feature.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a fun one. Me and Wee Woo send like Instagram stuff back and forth all the time with just like cool magic items that we find, because there's all sorts of pages you can follow and stuff. And he sent me this one today, and I was like, "That's pretty dope. I want that in my campaign. I'm gonna put that there."
Oh, I gotta see if I can find the stick of healing for you. You would get a kick out of that.
Nice. Alrighty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got for us tonight. You guys make it back to the Tealeaf Adventure Company in one piece, collect your reward, and report your information. If you really, really, really want more tack in your life, and you're just like, oh, I can't wait until next week, we do have Tavern Chat in our Discord, where you can talk in character about the events of tonight, discuss with your fellow guildmates, meet and greet, talk about backstories, or whatever you want. It's been a lot of fun, so if you're into that sort of thing, it is there for you. I'm being told we're gonna raid out to Reaper Minis tonight. Is that correct, Mr. Weewoo? Very cool. Okay, this is something we haven't really done before, but they are live for once. Yeah, let's go check them out. Tell them Dungeon Daddy said sup with a little winky face, because I really want to start doing those like raid messages where like everyone copy and paste and spams, because that'd be cool. Like get them, like let them know we're fucking there, you know? Like hell yeah, game room hype. Definitely spam all the emotes. Let them know we're there. Show them some love. Thank you so much for hanging out. We will be back Monday with games and Thursday with some more D&D. We love you. Stay safe. Just know we're all here for you. We're all in this together. Take care of yourself. Do something nice. Happy 4th of July. Toodles.
Cheers.
Bye.